What's up guys, Zeenigami here, and let's go through the complete Chaos difficulty Don Chinjao Coliseum. Round 1 is going to be versus Dagama. We're going to be using a 5+ Luffy and Blackbeard free-to-play team. 5+ Luffy is very good because he is basically a free-to-play version of Gear 3 Luffy, where as long as you hit your perfects you'll get tons of damage, and he also has a very good delaying special ability. Kanjuro, the side character in the middle left there, he is entirely replaceable. You can use basically any good striker for him, because remember, with a 6-star Blackbeard we're going to have a fighter, a slasher, a striker, and a shooter on our team. Impact out Usopp doubles our side character's damage. Hancock makes it so that way our characters attack we're at full 2.5 times chain, and Dofmingle doubles our orbs. We're gonna kill Dagama in a single turn. He does have 1.8 million hit points, but the thing is that if you use any special abilities to clear characters out, as soon as you use a special ability, Dagama will summon more characters. So if we were to use damaging specials and clear things out, after using a special, Dagama will interrupt us and summon more characters. So we want to take him out first. Delay works just fine, so we can use Gold Pound Usopp, or we can even use Magellan to delay or anything like that. But I prefer to use Impact Out Usopp to burst him down in a single turn. After that, you can take your time taking out all the other dudes. Round 2 is gonna be versus Kyros. Kyros has 6 million hit points. He will shuffle our orbs and also give us bomb orbs. He'll blind us for 6 turns, prevent all debuffs, and limits us to 1 special per turn. Now this does include the use of the ship special. So remember that you can't use like the 1072 or any other special the same turn you can as one of your character specials. So the ship special does count as an entire 1 special to use. So round 1 we're gonna be using our Halloween Robin or any other blindness remover, since with 5+ Luffy hitting those perfects is very important. If you don't hit a perfect, you start losing a lot of damage. Akainu is our friend captain because he's kinda good. We're gonna start off using those health cutting captains. We're gonna keep Kyros above 30% health, because below 30% health he'll attack us for 31,000 damage. Now on turn 2 and every 2 turns he will, on turn 3 and every 4 turns after that, he will greatly reduce any damage taken below 50,000 damage, above 50,000 damage. So basically 50,000 damage is all our characters gonna be able to do. The damage threshold is pretty severe, like it usually is, and it works for all types except for health cutting specials. So make sure you just try to work around that. I like to attack with my strength characters fairly early on and then end on non-strength characters. That way I get a nice 50,000 damage out of everybody. Kyros attacks every 2 turns for 11,000 damage, and as long as you can get past that, you're good to go. You cannot delay him since he prevents all debuffs, but on your final stages or your final turns after using your 1072 and using Duval to take a few hits, we're going to use Akainu on 1 turn, and if he still survives you can use Kuma on the next turn or any other damaging special there. Kuma can be replaced with a different type of orb booster, but he is a red orb booster, and that is quite nice. Round 3 is gonna be versus Ideo. Ideo is a quick character. He has 3.94 million hit points, and he will preemptively prevent all debuffs and gain a 15-hit combo barrier. Everyone on his side has a 15-hit combo barrier, so once again Blackbeard rears his beautiful hit face. You can use someone like Rare Recruit Garp, that's the strength Garp, who will deal damage through the barrier. And so Garp could actually kill a few of the guys up front and let you get through, but we're going to be using once again a 5+ Luffy captain ourselves, using all our specials to burst on the first turn, taking out the guys up front, and Ideo on the very first attack. Now I actually let Ideo live here because we just did not quite have as much damage as I thought we would. And whenever Ideo attacks, if you bring him below 30% health, he would normally attack for 35,000 damage, but his first attack is always going to be 15,500 damage. So you actually get away with that if you are above 15,500 like I am here. The reason I prioritize attacking the 2 other guys around him is that every single one of the fodder units around Ideo will do something different on their first attack. The red guy will silence or despair your captain for 5 turns, the green one will despair your friend captain for 5 turns, and the giant will silence all specials for 3 turns. Ideo will also give you bomb orbs every 3 turns. Don Cai is a strength character with 5.6 million hit points. He does not have a preemptive attack, but what he will do is he will slowly start counting up and attack for more and more damage every single turn, up until a total of 9,300 damage every turn. Now he will enrage himself every turn that he starts counting up. So that means if you delay him, like if you use Golem Usopp to delay, he'll reset back to a 1-turn attack every other turn. Or yeah, so see here, he'll enrage, he'll have 1.5 times attack, so he'll start attacking for 5,400. He goes from 3,100 to 5.4 to 6.2, 7.7, and then 9.3, and he stays in 9.3. Below 20%, he will attack for 1.3 million damage though, so be very careful of that. Use your delays or damage reducers early on. But mostly the damage reducers like 1,000 stunning special, it's safe. Use that early on. Use the Duval early on. Make sure we do not get him below 20% because we don't want to die to that. And then on the final turns before we get him low, we're gonna be using a delay with our 5+ Luffy. We're gonna be using our Cavendish special to give Cavendish the matching orb and all the good damage. And make sure that you use Cavendish before you use Sabo, because if you use Sabo first and then use Cavendish, Cavendish will actually remove the damage buff from Sabo. So Cavendish first and then Sabo, then Sabo's special will actually work. After that, just hit your perfects and you'll take him down pretty easy. In fact, here with this team, we actually could have killed him several turns earlier. We don't actually need to get any of that at all. He is gone. Boop, boop. Bye. And then we have Don Chinjao. Don Chinjao, we're going to be using a zombie team. Oh yes, zombie teams in 2017. What a wonderful little fun time we have here. With this team, we're going to be using a Brook captain, we're going to be using a friend Shiryu captain, and we're going to be using the Tom's Worker boat, the Rocket Man ship. So we have to kill we want to kill 3 characters on turn 1. And 2 characters on turn 2. Each of these girls will despair your friend captain for 5 turns if they survive. It's normally very bad for a zombie team, but thanks to Tom's Worker ship, we only need 1 captain, and that is our captain alive. We can use any friend captain at all basically, and Shiryu is there just to make the run faster. You can use anybody there. Now, one very important thing to remember if you're using a Shiryu or any captain that increases hit points is that the Tom's Worker boat works very funny on the turn that despair gets removed. Like, skip forward ahead here, and this is a turn that we're going to lose despair. We're going to use our Golden Pound Usopp, and you watch what happens to our health. We will heal back to full, our health gets doubled, and then it gets reduced by half thanks to the despair. And so our health actually like jumps down a little bit, and that will put us below the threshold for Brook. This I just fast forwarded a ton of turns until we had all our specials ready. Golden Pound Usopp on stage 2 will get us through that very easily, and then we're just gonna fast forward again because with the zombie team there's a lot of stalling involved. Now, if you get Kyros or you can get Kyros, Dagama, or Ideo on round 3, any one of those will show up, or on stage 3, any one of those, Dagama, Kyros, or Ideo. Dagama and Ideo are the harder ones. We're going to be using the Shiryu on either one of those stages to try to take them out, or at least take the characters around them out. If you don't manage to kill the big bad one, like I missed everyone there. With Ideo, we're going to be using Sabo, killing the units around him. I'll actually be using Sabo and a bunch of other damaging specials, so that way I can count down on their combo barriers. I'll use Sabo, I'll use Croc, and we'll use the Tom's Worker ship, the Rocket Man ship, just to count down that combo barrier by 1, so that way the Sabo special will actually get through. If you get Dagama, you can, and Shiryu misses Dagama, you can always use the Magellan to poison But make sure you use Golden Pound Usopp first, that way you get the longer delay. So Golden Pound Usopp for the longer delay, Magellan to poison, and then Sabo and focus on Dagama. Since he only has 370,000 hit points, Sabo special should be able to let you take him out. And then after that you can take everyone else out on the second turns with or without the help of poison from Magellan. Now Magellan is a super awesome character to have on your zombie teams because he basically makes super quick work of any boss that he can debuff. Whenever your Ideo gives you bombs, make sure you do not get hit by the bombs because you don't want to die. Kyros is a very easy, very straightforward fight. If you get Kyros, he's definitely the easiest one. You can either just do him the same way I'm doing the Ideo right now, where you use Shiryu special. If it misses, just X out of the game, come back in, attack, so that way it goes to the next turn and try again. Remember, Shiryu has about a 25% chance to work on any character, give or take. It took me 7 tries to get that one to work. And then we have Don Cai. All the stage 3 and stage 4 characters do the exact same thing. They attack for the same amount. They do the same patterns. It's just that they have less health. So instead of having 5.6 million hit points, Don Cai only has 1.5 million hit points, which makes him quite a bit easier. That also means that Magellan's poison will tick away very quickly. Magellan's poison, remember, once you get it maxed out, will triple every single turn, so that will make quick work of it. And then after that, we will get to Don Chinjao. And then Don Chinjao, once again, we're just going to use Sabo, we're going to use Magellan, and we will just kill him. You can also use Shiryu, but I find it faster to just use Magellan and wait for the poison to count down and kill him. So, if you get past stage 3, zombie team is very easy, very straightforward. The hardest part about using that zombie team, or using this zombie team, is getting past stage 1. Because on stage 1, we have to make sure we kill 5 of the characters and install on a single girl left. Now, what does Don Chinjao actually do? Don Chinjao is he is a Psy powerhouse character with the captain ability of boosting attack of powerhouse characters by 2.75 times until you hit a non-perfect attack. So that is just like 6-star Doflamingo, where if you hit a good, if you hit a great, if you hit a miss, anything like that, he will actually lose his entire attack buff. But as long as you keep hitting your perfects, you'll have a solid 2.75 times attack. He will also heal for a measly 120 hit points at the end of each turn. I mean, it's not very big, but it's a tiny little bonus. Once maxed out, this Psy powerhouse fighter will have 1.3 thousand attack, or 1,367 attack. His special ability starts at 30 turns and goes down to 15 turns. It's a 2-stage special. On stage 1, it cuts health of one enemy by 20% and reduces damage received by 50% for 1 turn. And at stage 2, it will cut one enemy's health by 25%, so that's an extra 5% damage cut, and reduce damage received by 70% for 1 turn. So he is not only a 25% health cut, but also 70% damage reduction. So it's very, very, very useful, especially as a Psy fighter powerhouse character. He works great on a potential, for example, powerhouse team with Pika and 6-star Blackbeard. That means you can use his health cut. The damage reduction doesn't work, of course, with a 6-star Blackbeard friend captain, but he is a fighter for that team, and he is also a powerhouse character, and fighters work great also on the Jinbei team. So very, very good looking character all around. Highly recommend getting him. You can also, if you want to, use him for sockets on your other Don Chinjaos, but getting the specials is something I always recommend over getting sockets for characters. Sockets for characters you can get very easily with Forbidden Tomes and stuff like that, but special ups you have to get from the Coliseum. One thing I also recommend often is not actually farming Coliseums the first time they come out and focusing on farming repeat Coliseums. Mostly because if you do a repeat Coliseum on Japan, we have the option to double the amount of stamina it takes to run the Coliseum, but get double the drops. For example, if there is a 30 stamina Coliseum, instead of paying 30 stamina, I could pay 60 stamina, and if anything drops, instead of getting 1 copy of it, you get 2 copies. So that is very nice. That's only on repeat Coliseums. Guys, Chinjao dies to poison. Everybody's happy. We all win. I'm Zeenigami. Thank you so much for watching. And y'all stay beautiful.